Hello and welcome to the Word on the Street, where me and Michael go through the Coronation Street omnibus and we go through what we think.
Yes, welcome to the Paper Tuesdays podcast, where we take a deep dive into the world of local news and journalism. Today we're talking about the town of Gorey, nestled in the heart of County Wexford, Ireland. Gorey has a rich history of local newspapers, including the Gorey Guardian and the now defunct Gorey Echo. These papers were the voice of the community, providing up-to-date news on everything from local events to politics, crime and culture. They were the go-to source for information and, for many residents, an essential part of their daily routine. In this episode, we'll explore the importance of local journalism and the impact that these newspapers had on the town of Gorey. We'll also discuss the challenges facing the industry today, as well as the ways in which local news outlets are adapting to the changing media landscape. So sit back, grab a cup of coffee, and join us as we delve into the world of Gorey's local newspapers and the role they played in shaping the town's identity.
Now, where did that come from, Michael, if you like?
I think it was ChatGPT.
That was ChatGPT when James Morden asked this to write, what was it? And not even an intro, a description of Paper Tuesdays. We also had good feedback from ChatGPT this week, or not feedback, I suppose, input.
Yeah, well, I think it's really good at writing poems. It's just...
It is. What was... Can we read it, the one about...
Which one was that? Oh, me? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was...
We'll talk about it afterwards, some of the parts of it.
Oh, yeah. Would you write me a poem about Michael Dwyer Gorey, finest wordsmith? Gorey's finest wordsmith. In the town of Gorey, a poet was born. Actually, I read one. You read this.
In the town of Gorey, a poet was born, a man whose words flowed like a river at dawn. His name was Michael Dwyer, a wordsmith so fine, a master of language, a poet divine. From the fields and the farms to the streets of the town, Michael Dwyer's words could be heard all around. With his pen as his sword, he fought for the cause of the common man's plight and his right to applause. His words were a mirror reflecting our souls, the joys and the sorrows, the highs and the lows. He wrote of our triumphs and our deepest despairs, of the love in our hearts and the pain that we share. In the bars and the cafes, he'd hold court with his verse, entertaining the masses with his wit and his curse. For Michael Dwyer, his poetry was life, a window to our souls and the key to our strife. Though he's gone from this earth, his legacy lives on in the hearts of his people and the words of his songs. For Michael Dwyer, Gorey's finest wordsmith, was a poet of the people whose words never will diminish. So, for some reason, Michael dies in this poem and is being remembered. Do you know that Alex Jones clip of him in court, where he comes back and he says, "Sorry, nurse, or sorry, judge, I can't remember. I had a big bowl of chili for lunch."
Oh, right. No, I don't.
That's how I feel right now. I had a big pancake for lunch, for breakfast.
Oh.
I had Brie-made pancakes. So again, I was 25 minutes late because I was having pancakes.
These things happen.
Apologies.
But no, forget about the apologies, but I think this is a big weekend for you, Mark.
Okay.
You, in your life. You're 27?
27 years old.
You have... you're engaged. You have a child called Noah, a godchild, and you were playing hurling yesterday against Owler.
Yes.
And today you have a podcast. So like fish, all this blend, this is all new. Like all this is this weekend is a catalogue of experience that are totally new for you to package them up. Yes, you did the podcast before. Yes, you did Brie before, but you know, to have them in this order is new, isn't it?
Disorder is a correct word. There is a lot of disorder, chaos and disorder. I'm like Jordan Peterson in a snapback. Chaos is where the pancakes lie, and there's pancakes hiding underneath all of our bed covers. All we need to do is open up the bed covers and look for the pancakes, and then tidy up our rooms. And I don't necessarily think the pancakes are the problem. But it's the individual that is the problem. Yet we blame the fucking pancake. And it's so sad.
So wrong.
It's so sad. It's so wrong.
Very good.
And I will use the male toilet. Thank you very much.
Very good. Very good. Now, you were making a funny thing with your little microphone earlier.
Yeah.
And you thought you were bouncing. It reminded me of, have you noticed in this this is your senior hurling analysis, championship analysis with Paper Tuesday.
Yes.
They now have this person that, like, I don't know, the assistant to the assistant referee. And his job is just to make sure that the managers stay in their box. And he kind of like a bouncer figure. Like, I think Paddy Brady would be well suited to an All-Ireland final event of this, where, you know, he has to keep them in their boxes.
Was that not the job of, that's a fourth official? Is that
Yeah, I'm sorry, it's fourth official, yeah.
Are they new in GA?
I suppose they're bigger powers now.
Is this because the Waterford doctor hit one of the Limerick players?
Well, it's been kind of creeping in, but, like, yeah, I suppose, yeah.
They see James Flood coming onto the inter-county scene in a few years, so they're preempting this.
Yeah. And I was interested, I go chat with Evan about this. So there's a rule in the GA now that you can't run on, water boys can't run on with water for senior hurling.
Okay.
And I find this preposterous. I think this is like one of the biggest attacks on personal freedom in 2023.
Okay.
And so I feel very strongly about this. Evan, in his eyes, it's just to stop messages going to players. But, like,
who does bring on the water now? Nobody.
No,
No water is
you
brought
can't have a hurl carrier can't bring on water in the break of a game. And then the linesman came out and you can't do that. And he was...
So nobody brings on water anymore?
No.
No. This is all new.
Shane, have you any?
This was happening with, like, Castellan and GA, because obviously we're narky fuckers and always giving out on sideline. So the fourth official has been always, well, like for the last year or two maybe, like there's been a lot of back and forth between Castellan officials and the fourth official about running onto the pitch and everything like that. Yeah.
Like, we've still got poverty in the world. We've still got hunger. There's irrigation is a problem in Africa.
Yeah.
Here we are in Ireland, and we're worried about lads running onto the pitch.
Yes, yeah. It's not right. It's not fair. It's the left.
Sorry, you're trying to match my level of indignation, but it's just
Yeah, I don't care.
But you're right. You're right. They shouldn't just. What else is new in the world, Mark Adam?
What?
Right.
It is a bank holiday.
Yeah, they call these bankers now.
Bankers, yeah. Don't like it.
Do we not?
No. Biddy banker. What does that mean again?
I've never heard of Biddy
St.
Bank.
Bridget's Day. That was it.
Oh, Biddy Bank. Is that what we? Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Now, why do the banks need more holidays than the rest of us? They do. Fuck all. They're open from 9 till 4 for 4 or 5 days a week. And
No.
we need an extra day off because we have all the money. And we'll take our extra day off.
It's interesting, all the different cultures. So in continental Europe, they have more public holidays on average than we do.
Yeah.
And but in other countries like Sweden, my friend Tara O'Neill, who's gone to Barcelona, revealed to me that they don't have bank holidays, they have red days. And basically everyone in Sweden is paid by the month, and they have a certain number of days that are specifically the day after a payday.
Right.
So there's
a certain number of days are specific, and it comes.
So, like, the same amount, you know, the way we probably have, I think we now have 9 public holidays. So they spread their 9 days around the year, and it's just like, oh, you were getting paid on that day, and so the next day is a red day.
And everyone gets paid on the same day?
Yeah.
Well, very much easier to track the economy then, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Economics Podcast. It's all about predictions on this thing. That's
predictions?
Predictions, but sure, we never can predict the economy, Michael.
No.
No, it's its own enigma.
Enigma?
Enigma.
Yeah,
Have you ever done an enigma?
What's an enigma?
We'll leave that up to the listener. And then enigma is where you would put something in your arse,
Or
wash it out. So
why
people
are
would
you leaving
do
up to the listener?
coffee enemas. To tell us what an enema is.
Oh, right. Okay.
So an enema would be, say, you get a funnel,
Right.
and say whatever you want to put in, and then you put it into the funnel, and you wash out your colon or whatever with it.
I'm passionate about fourth officials. He's passionate about enemas.
Enema stage.
You've discussed enemas before. You're very curious with them, I think.
Very interested in it. Ayurvedic medicine uses enemas.
Who?
Ayurvedic medicine. It's You're gone a lot less airy-fairy, Michael, in the past year, I'd say.
I draw the line at sticking things up my hole.
That's where the fun started on the other side of that line. Ayurvedic medicine, I'm fairly sure, is the Indian practice of medicine. So it's all the yoga and the spiritual healing. So you can spiritually heal yourself by putting coffee up your arse.
Right, yeah. See, I don't think you need... I think just think, like... I don't think you need that, Mark.
But yeah, why do you need it? Just like find other ways to entertain yourself. You know, Netflix. What would a bank holiday entail for you, Michael Dwyer?
Stephanie... Stephanie.
Here we fucking go.
She loves my recount of what I do on a Sunday. And she equally thought you were dead right. Like, oh, what's going on? Me buying pastries and getting eggs. It just didn't make sense to her. So she thought you were dead right. What my
They rejected you during the week as well.
Yeah.
Snapchat GPT accused you of an affair.
Accuse me.
And Stephanie said, no, thank you. So now you're stuck with Ash. Shout out Ash. No, not stuck with Ash.
Yeah. Stephanie, though, has a boyfriend of her own, you see, that comes in and brings her apples and stuff.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, in the office.
Wow. Spoiled. I may get one of them. Michael, your wedding day.
My wedding day?
Visualised it.
Visualise it. Yeah, aspects of it, yeah.
Okay, so close your eyes. What kind of suit are you wearing?
Velvet.
Velvet. How do you feel?
In the...
Where are you?
I'm in an arena. I'm in an arena. No, I'm in the... I'm in
married,
the... Yeah.
You're not doing gladiators. I'm watching Lewis Capaldi.
Oh, but like... You just can't understand, Mark.
Why are you getting married in an arena?
Oh dear. No, like I know we're getting married. We're getting married in Glencullen Church, but
Yes.
but for me, it's an arena.
It's the arena.
It's an arena where I make a commitment for the rest of my life, and it's this battle, this life or death battle, where you commit yourself wholly to the task at hand. And Joseph Campbell, the mythologist or whatever he is, the Jungian scholar, he describes that marriage is like a death of sorts, and I am putting myself in the arena of life. Now,
that's very good.
you wanted light, and you got serious.
I got serious. Now back. Close your eyes. Go back. How do you feel on the inside?
Oh, euphoric.
What do you feel? Nerves?
No, ready for the battle.
Ready for the battle. Okay. What does it smell like in the church?
Blood.
What song is playing?
Oh, sorry, I opened my eyes.
Close your eyes. What song is playing?
Last Dance. I don't know.
I'm sure Ash has a different interpretation of our wedding day. It'll be like, there'll be flowers and music and everyone will be so happy. There'll be blood. I'm in the arena.
I'm glad you're getting this sense though, because you're going to be a front row witness to this, so you have to understand what's going on inside when I'm there.
Okay, so
Yeah.
talk me through
back.
the visualization.
Oh, I know. Your probing is actually quite good, because I haven't really even put words on what's going through my head of this. So anyway, that's
How do your feet feel in your shoes?
eyes
closed.
like boot. Oh, sorry, yes, like boots.
Like boots.
Yeah, sturdy, ready.
Sturdy, ready. Okay, Ash comes through the door of the back of the church.
Yes.
What is your first thought?
Joy.
Joy.
Yes.
Okay.
Springtime. We're getting married in a second.
Springtime. You see Ash walking down the aisle, and your first thought is springtime. Oh, okay. So Ash is coming closer towards the front of the church now. It's almost summer. And what is your thought? She's encroaching upon the front of the church. What are you thinking?
Um,
The rattling bog is playing.
my everything.
My everything. Oh, that's very nice. The priest turns to you and says, "Sorry, Peter, was it?" And you say, "No, Michael." And he said, "No, there's a Peter getting married here today." And a man named Peter walks out from the back of the church, and he says, "Michael, Ash is partaking in Married at First Sight." You'll have to wait till she's out. How do you feel?
I feel like the first thought that strikes me is I should have noticed the cameras.
The cameras, yes. Yeah, but Shane was there. Could you ever see yourself partaking in Married at First Sight? Better question.
Yes.
Forget that one.
Right.
If you had to be on one reality show, what would it be?
Oh, great question. I think there's something about I'm a celeb get me out here.
I'm a celebrity. Do you think you could eat testicles? Let's find out.
Yeah. But I ever watched it in years, but you know the good old live celebs where they'd become a real community. Like, oh, I love you so much, and they transform by the jungle. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. What about Big Brother?
No, there's too much bitching and gossiping that goes on.
Geordie Shore?
Haven't watched it, so I don't really know.
No. I don't think.
Love Island.
Love Island.
I don't know. It'd be an interesting influence on Love Island.
I think so.
I'd sit down with them all and say, look, we're just going to have to pick one partner and we're going to have to get out of this, okay? So, and we'd try and weigh up each other's interests, and then we'd send them off to villas and we'd figure it out, and that'd be it.
And you'd say, "I've got a text," and it's John Brown.
Come back to him.
Come back to Michael, you're late. Michael, I'm parking cars here, then it's Gordon.
Oh, Mark.
Oh.
I thought I had more to talk to you about, but I'm sure. Oh, I got my haircut.
Yeah.
Yes. In Eye Stylist on the Avenue in Gorey. I'm a bit of a slough when it comes to hairdressers.
Eye Stylist.
Yes.
Where's
it's
that?
the first unit on the row of units beside the kebab shop. No parade, sorry, no parade.
No
Like
parade.
the avenue.
Through the avenue.
Parade.
Beside the kebab shop.
Yes.
Yes, yeah. And thoughts?
Yeah,
I like it.
It was done by a lovely woman. I forgot to ask her name, but she was a Chinese lady, and she's been in Ireland 4 years. And she, oh yeah, this is what I found interesting. She says she likes Ireland because it's cold, and in where she's from in China, there's only one season, so it's always very hot.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Sunshine, like.
sunshine, yeah, and warm, like the. So she likes the coldness.
I had a layover in China before, and very strange. There was no like social media on my phone for some reason, whatever part I was in. I flew Air China then, and it was the worst thing ever. Like imagine, like say, Matty's bus.
Matty Cousin's bus.
Bus, but it could fly. That's what it was like. And it was just fucking wavering from side to side the whole way. And a woman fell asleep. I took a sleeping tablet because it was a very long flight, and I was on holiday in Australia, and I'd been there for 3 weeks drinking, and I just took sleeping tablets so I could sleep. And I was in a chair on my own with no one beside me on this side of me, and I woke up with a Chinese woman asleep on me.
Wow.
And like she had thrown a blanket across the two of us, and I didn't know what to say, so I put on a film for us, and we watched something. She was asleep. She's fine. We both like parted ways, and it was mutual. Where was I going with this? China. Also China. I used to work in Kilcool,
Great place.
the China of Wicklow, and our suppliers were Chinese.
Oh,
Were in
right.
China,
Right.
And apparently every year there would be massive, what would be like, stuff would be late once every year because it was around the Chinese New Year. All the workers would go from the cities, from the factories, home for Chinese New Year, and then wouldn't come back because it was so fucking horrendous working in the factories in the city.
Oh my God.
So then they had to wait to hire new staff to come in for the following year so that production could up itself again. Because people go to the city to make money for their family, realise how shit it is there, and then come back. Have you heard about population collapse?
Elon Musk is big into this, is he?
Yeah. Apparently, where is it like? I can't remember what the fucking stat was, but I seen a stat and it's like China is on the brink of like a massive population collapse because of the whole one-child rule or whatever. There's other countries then that are the same. There's only like for every 4 grandparents there'll be 1 grandchild born or something, and it's just going to like drop. So I'm doing my part. That's all I'll say.
So look, yes, keep it going. Yeah, absolutely. Why not? Yeah.
I'm actually a funny story about the hairdressers at the Avenue.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I come closer, said a nice song in your So yeah, that only opened there a few months back. And one of my friends went in there because there's a big board in the window saying €10 gents haircut. So it's the cheapest haircut in Gorey, as everywhere else is usually 20 quid. So one of the lads went in there one day, was getting his haircut, and she was doing the sides of his hair, like doing some sort of fade, and he wasn't too happy with what she was doing. So he just said, that'll do, or that's enough. Just put his €10 on the counter and walked out and went to a different hairdresser because apparently it wasn't up to his standards.
Wow.
So I said, that's pretty the place.
You'd have to do that though, wouldn't you?
I used to go to Jerry's barber.
Right.
And I would get, I don't know if you remember, but I used to not fade my hair. I just get a straight line around it. And I went into him and I was like, do this for me. And then at the end, he just goes, how much do you want to pay me for that?
What did you say?
I gave him a $5, I think. And he took it.
Oh, because you just one line.
One line, no fade, nothing. Just go
Okay.
like a monk.
Oh, that's interesting.
I've done it myself before. Have you ever cut your own hair?
No,
No.
I think that's a good idea.
That is a good idea. You've never dyed your hair?
No.
Never had an earring? No tattoos yet?
No, not yet.
No. What colour wedding ring are you going to wear?
What's the word like silver? Platinum.
Platinum? Any particular reason?
I should get a platinum one. Going to get a little engraving in the middle.
What are you going to put on it?
Something personal and probably religious to me.
Michael. Michael Catholic.
Yes. So now,
Have we any more
any more news?
anything from Instagram or ChatGPT we can bring up?
No, probably not. Probably not. Oh, are you going for the Late Late Show, Mark?
No, I'm not.
No.
Who are the front runners on this Late Late Show?
I think Claire Byrne is in. I thought Paddy McKeelty might be in the running. I
Who's
think.
that?
Comedian.
Yes.
Oh, is he a blondish, reddish hair?
Yeah.
He used to play minor football for Down, I think.
Did he? Yeah.
I think you're
I
saying
think you're right, actually. Yeah. Well, I ring James Hood.
do.
Yeah. Any plans for the day? What's your ideal like holiday?
This one.
Ah,
Today, right now, the present moment.
lovely. I like that. What's James doing right now, I wonder?
James was on the mirror
Hi,
last night.
James here. Leave a message after the tone.
James. Oh, I like that. Hi, James.
Hello, Michael.
You're live.
How did he answer his phone?
I'm alive.
Oh, you rang
Oh,
back.
I'm live.
You're live. You're live. You're proper live. Yeah.
Oh, proper live. Alright,
Yeah.
Katie, we're live.
How was your night out last night?
I'd go down night, yeah, nice to get a few little drinks and, you know, yourself, socialise and fraternise among the people of Rory.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Have to grace them with my presence every now and then, you know.
I think so. Privilege. Man.
Like the king coming off the mountain among the poor.
The King Billy Go.
You just have to come in and say hello to the common people.
What was the story you used to say about the young bull and the old bull, James?
Oh, the young bull and old bull.
Yeah.
So there was 2 bulls at the top of the hill. And the young bull says, hey, old bull, let's run down the hill and fuck one of them cows in the field. And the old bull just said, no, young bull, we're going to walk down the hill and we're going to fuck all the cows.
Was that the punchline?
It's the lesson, Michael.
Oh, the lesson. One should always walk.
Yes, Michael. You should take your time. Good things come to those who wait.
I like that. Very good.
So there's a bit of philosophy for you of a Sunday morning.
And does that philosophy imbue your football management style?
Sure, look, you buy yourself with these things. Brilliant. But are we going for a swim today?
Are we going for a swim?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say so. When are you going swimming?
It's not a bad day.
Not bad.
Sure, whenever. We'll go for a swim whenever.
Very good. Very good. Very good. Anything bothering you these days, James?
No, I nothing bothers me anymore.
That's great. And do you know what that's a sign of? It's a sign of living with Katie Dunbar.
That's gross. That's gross. Stop, buddy. We're all growing. We're all growing.
Oh, growing. Oh, I thought you said that's gross.
I heard a funny story yesterday about Garrod Cullen.
All right.
So apparently Garrod was playing underage hurling in Nevena when he was a chap. And there was a match going on, a little kind of blitz match. And Garrod in the middle of the match sat down and pulled a packet of crisps out of his shorts and started eating the crisps. And the match stopped because all the other chaps went over and started taking crisps off Garrod. And then when the crisps were gone, the ball was thrown back in.
I'll say one thing. Because you got the nastiest swipe on a hurling pitch I ever seen there Wednesday night.
He got it.
Got one, yeah.
Oh, got that full ducky on him.
Who was that against?
The Raps.
Perhaps.
The ref is a dirty swipe now.
What did you make a Stamps penalty save yesterday?
Sure, the shit penalty, like I would have dropped.
You would have held on to it?
I would have held it. I absolutely would have held it. But no, I Barrett had to be stopped. And he stood up and stopped it.
Yeah. Very good.
No, he done the job. He done the job in fairness to him, but I had a junior 5 hurling and we're parking behind you. Say,
Junior 5.
Well, I seen you in the dugout, James. I seen you in the dugout.
oh, I was watching. I was there, but club man, but wouldn't call Sporting Club.
We need more like you.
Yeah, Lahanad for how a rhetoric that suits them, and you know something, to rob a line off Robbie Brooks, not wrong.
No better note in this call. James, take care.
Goodbye, God bless.
Goodbye. Take care. Bye. One of a kind. My mother got eggs, so I don't need to get them. Thanks, man.
Okay. Right. Should we wrap?
I'm on that.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much. We've been Paper Tuesdays.
Namaste.
Namaste.